Good evening, everyone. Today is Friday, May 23rd, 2025. This is your update for Tuesday, the 27th. Remember, for those outside the States, there is no trading on Monday. Here, it is Memorial Day, and happy Memorial Day to everyone. Audible mention tonight, not an official buy, and I'll show you a few things here in 1 second, but super risky, and notice the super wide stop on that. Borderline ridiculous, right? Anyway, we'll take a look at that in just 1 second. Positive movement of portfolio, not enough to start getting excited about, but at least we're back in black. No need to bump the stops just yet on that. Here's the AREN. Could actually use a little bit more pullback. That's one reason why it's not official. The other reason, super volatile. Longer term, it has some issues, but that's a couple of years ago, so I wouldn't get too excited about that, but it is something to consider. And also, it would have to make it to new highs, which obviously would be a good thing if it made it all the way there. But let's pass on this one, at least for now. Maybe if it pulls back a little more deeply, we'll reconsider it. No need to go out and put on any new stocks just yet. The good news is I am seeing some momentum like this stock here out there, especially these more speculative issues. So we could see some setups fairly soon. Let's take a look at the portfolio. KGC, off its best levels, but at least it was up a little bit in here, 23 cents. You know me, I like to see it bang out some new highs and not look back. Ditto for TFPM. Decent day there, though. Look, as you can see, nice little move there. Again, I'd like to see some brand new highs sooner rather than later while I'm wishing for things. Let's take a look at the overall market and drill down a little bit. First of all, let's take a look at the P's. S&P 500 off its worst levels, but still down on the day fairly significantly. So far, pulling back from this recent run, but if you look at a big picture, we're stalling out at this resistance, so that is a little bit of a concern. Take a look at NASDAQ, same sort of action that happened in there too. It actually got thwarted a little bit more before, I should say, this overhead supply, unlike the P's, which pushed it into it a little bit further. Russell 2000, it's all right as far as today's action is concerned. It made it almost back to the plus column. Still down about 1/3%, but it stalled out at the recent peak in here. So, Rusty, stay away from that guy for now, too. Some of these areas, like I've been saying ad nauseum, have made it back to their old highs, but these V-shaped recoveries at high levels are hard to sustain. Financials would be another one of those areas. Looks something like that. Opening gap reversal there, but still down on the day. So, these areas are hitting resistance, and it is of some concern. Bonds have coming off the lows a little bit, but certainly not enough to get excited about. Downtrend remains intact there. I'd like to see them obviously bottom out. We're not too far away from this 2023 bottom. As you can see, EFA shares coming in a little bit, but then rallying back to make it to the plus column. Let's just see if they can follow through. Wouldn't get too excited about that just yet. Gold, a commodity, a little bit of a rally there. You know me, I like to see some new highs sooner rather than later. Gold stocks looking a little bit better than gold. Not too far away from those all-time highs. Defense shares, opening gap reversal there. Maybe we'll see some setups here. I like to see a little bit deeper pullback, though, before getting too excited. Really not a whole lot new to report. Uranium actually did pretty good today. We talked about that as of late. Here's the global uranium ETF, and here's the miners. You can see nice breakout today. It's got its work cut out for it, so we'll have to see what happens on a pullback here, see if any individual issues begin to set up. Palladium has come back in after trying to break out. So far, it looks like a bottom is still in place there. Platinum looking pretty good, though, breaking out to brand new multi-month highs with a little bit of vigor. Kind of all over the place longer term, but beginning to break out. So we'll see if we see some of these stocks in these rare earths, such as palladium and uranium, etc., over the next few days or so. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for tonight. Not a tremendous amount new to report. Everybody have a great weekend, and again, happy Memorial Day. We'll talk again on Tuesday, if not sooner, and I will be checking in throughout the weekend, so feel free to hit me up on Facebook or shoot me an email. Again, everybody have a great weekend, happy Memorial Day, and we'll talk again next week. Thank you so much.